And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. And they'll try it now with Irvin. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
That is caught. McMillan with it. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
And this is one of the toughest parts about being a defensive back. When a play breaks down like this, you're taught to plaster to a receiver. Find the nearest one and adhere yourself to it. But you can only stay with the receiver so long if the play continues to develop. He knows where he's going. You do not.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Ready?
Young. Evans has it left side. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And 3rd and 8 now.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Ready.
Now Young. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points are given away? It could cost them a ball game.
This ball complete to Trey Palmer. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Trey Palmer, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
You said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we are tied at 7.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
And he gets gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Ready. 45. Wide.
In motion, the tight end.
Ready.
A play fake. Now Young. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
That's an early scramble to be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And he'll go down at the 28. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, it wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in and went heavy. No surprise on who was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up.
Let's go. Blue 32. Set.
Young working out of the gun. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And that will get the off target and incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
33. Yellow.
Looking to throw, Young. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And this throw will be intercepted. And the Bucs are going to take possession as they got it at the 42-yard line. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Again, they turn to Ford. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Pass knocked away by J.C. Horn. You look at this Carolina defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently 2nd best in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league.
Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist. It looks like, yes, it is 6 defensive backs on the field for Carolina.
They're going with a dime set.
Alert, 180. What's up?
From the gun, Mayfield. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Check pink. Hut.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. Down at the 35, it'll be 2nd down. 7-7, our score after 1. Panther football to start quarter number 2. As they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Cycle down. Hut, hut.
Here's Pacheco headed right. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Young. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
They'll check this one down to Pacheco. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Here we go, set. 52, hut,
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
set, stand, hut, set.
Brooks. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
He'll try to pick it up himself. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. Young now. He'll try to do it himself. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They throw for it on 4th and goal at the 1. And the Bucs defense, they'll celebrate the goal line stand. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big 1st down to get away from the end zone.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
Here's a diving catch right side. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's Mayfield. And this one is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
The handoff to Ford up the middle. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, with a minute 2 on 3rd down, you're a little off balance.
A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on 3rd down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
180.
Mayfield looks to throw. To the right side, catch made by Ibuka. And he's going to lose yardage here.
Brought down back at the 29-yard line.
Throwing, Mayfield. That's completed right side to Palmer. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
1 yards. And a 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
They go play action. Mayfield. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Mayfield now from the 50. The 20. And he's brought down after a very nice game. 33 yards that time.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. This is caught. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Emeka Egbuka, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Buccaneers drive the entire length of the field, 99 yards for the score.
14, Panthers 7.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll just get rid of it. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
That winds up pushing it back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Touchdown ball. Sports. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys are lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
180! Up, up! Hurry, hurry! Hey, alert, alert! Alert, alert! What's that?
They run with 4. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
Buccaneers, first down.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert!
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
What's that?
On the ground, it's 4. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage.
133.
Mayfield to throw it. Incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
180. Real. What's that?
This is 4th. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
Point it right. Run. What's that?
Now Mayfield. As he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf, incomplete. The Bucs trying on 4th down to come up empty. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 101 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Ready, drill, green. 50, green, check.
On play action, Young. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
So from the 26-yard line, here's the 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Ready?
Headed straight, it's Pacheco. Not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Young to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
Set.
They'll run here with Pacheco. And they'll take this from a 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Once more, it's Pacheco. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Now Young. He'll try and do this himself. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Yaya Diaby able to record his 5th sack of the season. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Young is set to throw. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter. That has them an extra point away from tying things up.
And, partner, this is pretty much what they envisioned when they were sitting there in the locker room thinking about getting things going to start here in the 3rd quarter. Getting out there, a field goal would have been fine. But going ahead and scoring here, an extra point away from tying things up, that's exactly how they drew it up on the board.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Y'all got to pump my taste. Y'all can't talk about basic. We might know my range. Mine also dangerous. Y'all talk outrageous.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Mayfield down. And his throw here is incomplete. Emeka Egbuka, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. To throw, Mayfield. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Now a stoppage, and oh boy, we've got Mayfield shaken up on the play. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored one, they feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Pacheco is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field, despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stopped that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Ready?
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And no movement for the field goal unit to break this tie. They're going to go for this thing. 4th and goal. Here we go. They'll run for it with Pacheco. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Isaiah Pacheco with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Panthers have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And the pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. They need their best drive of the game right here. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. A nice pick up there, 19 yards. And they're setting it better for 3rd. Now a handoff up the middle. 4. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Cook. He's going to sling this deep downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
Up the middle they go. It's 4th. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down. Stopped at the Panthers' 32. 90 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Throwing, Cook. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. Look at the big man rumble. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5.
And whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are, and now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. A give to Pacheco off the option. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Panthers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
And give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and it's showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season. And there's both may have been turned into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more.
Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for the Panthers.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Oh, man, that is just a flat miss. He's in the pocket. The protection holds up. He sees his man come free, but maybe he just gets a little excited about the prospect of a long touchdown.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Derek Brown able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Bucs try it on fourth down, but come up empty. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position.
On the set. Ready.
Well, a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. And that'll go for a gain of 18 on the keeper. First down.
Okay, right.
First and 10 of the 28-yard line.
Set, ready. 10 black, put.
To throw, Young. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Let's go.
Now here's Young. Now he's going to step up and run. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser-focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Here we go.
On first and 10, here's Pacheco. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers are closing in now on a 7th straight win to start the year. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. He's got it, and the lead stretches to 35-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown, so now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it, sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
They'll look to throw here on first down. On the move past the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
That's another Buccaneers.
Back to throw. Cook. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And now the Cowboys say, at least on this drive, a momentary setback there for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
His throw incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done any. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Trey Palmer with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Buccaneers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Makes the score Panthers 31, Buccaneers 21.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And it looks like the Panthers hands team does its job. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And he is going to be run down. What a disaster there. A huge loss. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
On the set. Come on, set. 33, yellow. Ready?
And Young's going to throw it here. Young is intercepted for the 3rd time this game. 36-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
Set up. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Street.
Throwing to start the drive. Cook. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations, and you often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
To throw again on 2nd down. Cook. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
He was defended by Trayvon Merrick.
Set. 19, Tiger.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Got it. Ready?
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
70. Cougar 19. Check, Bobcat. Let's go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. They'll find McMillan here. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
24-yard gain on the play. 1st down.
Here we go. 50, green. Cut.
Young here to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. There's a short throw caught by Sanders. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. He was out there waving his arms. I mean, you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help. I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Young off the play fake. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing, Young. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Putting pressure pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good. But when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Ready. Let's go. Red 38. Ready.
4th down, Young. To the left side, he's got McMillan. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Panthers, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they dropped just their second game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Act your age, ain't just the barbers where you catch a fade.